Hey guys, what is up? It's Brixel here today. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a variety of railroad crossing signals. There's also a bunch of different ways that you can connect them to the tracks. One very simple, using a 4x4 plate with a 2x4 plate, just stacking those like that. 4x6 plate and a 1x4 plate. And then you just connect the track underneath there. Same with this one, just connect it under there. And this one uses a 1x6 plate. Here, I'll just show you guys. Use a 1x6 plate, a 1x4 plate, or one of these, whatever you want, both work. And then just one of these 2x2 curved slopes, just to give it some extra strength. And then you just, this one basically goes in between the two railroad ties. So yeah, there are a bunch of ways to connect them to the track, whichever one suits your city best. Let's see how to build this one. For the first, and probably the easiest of the bunch to build, this one has no lights involved, just all you need is a 1x1 cone piece in whatever color you choose, but it's probably best if you have the pole, the cone, and the clip in the same piece. You're gonna need a 6-long bar, and you're gonna want a 1x1 clip. Make sure the bar has a stopper. It doesn't need one, but when you put it together, like I'll show you, you also need a, I guess, 3x3 cross piece, or cross plate. But what the bar with stopper does is when you put it in, it just kind of stops there so it doesn't go too far. Then you put your clip on, just like that. And then this plate here, you're gonna want to put on at an angle, just like that. Oh, or not, like that. So then it's just the X, and then you can put it on whichever train base you choose. There you go. That is a very simple one, probably for a more rural or industrial railroad crossing, or something that just doesn't have a lot of train traffic. Now I'm going to show you how to build this one. Here is the array of parts you're going to need. I'm not going to go through them all since there are so many, but one thing I do want to point out that you probably might not be able to tell is just this Technic piece with the cross. You can fit a bar in there, and that's what we're going to be using it for. That's not crucial to the build, but it just adds detail. So, how to build this one? First, you take your 2x2 brick, and and your kind of pole with base, usually used for like bus stop signs or something like that. And then you want to take just one of your clips for now, 1x1 clips. And then you're gonna take your 1x3 plate. Also take these two black dishes that you have. Just put them in like this. Then you're going to take your 1x1 transparent red studs, put them in, and this will create your railroad crossing signal. Then you're going to want to put in your 6-long bar with stopper, just in there like that. Connect your, just put another clip on that bar, and then you can put your railroad crossing sign or whatever you want to call it in there, and you might want to like move it up too. Doesn't need to be, but just whatever you find suits best. And then this Technic piece will act as the e-bell or electronic bell, and you can just clip that in there just like that. If you do slide this all down just a little bit, you can also add in like a street sign up there, like a speed limit one. That's what I did in my city. Yeah, you don't really need to. And then find whichever base suits your city best and click it on there, and that is a signal. First, you're going to take one of these Technic pieces and put 2 of these pins with the stud in, just like that. Then you're going to take one of these street pole kind of poles, I guess you'd call them, for your street lights, and put them in. And you're probably thinking, wait, bricks only. That's going to be so tall. And you're right, but it is to scale though. And once it's all together, you don't even notice it. Then you're just going to put a 1x3 tile over there just to cover it up. Makes it look nicer. And then to build this section, it doesn't have to be like this. This is for if you have 2 or more tracks. I just printed off these. Just printed off these normally. 2 tracks. You can also have like 3 or whatever. Find the scale that suits it best. I'll have maybe words popping across the screen right now, just telling you what size for which program. The 2 is bolded and the tracks are in capitals and has spaces in between them, all the words, just to make it look more realistic, but you don't have to have it like that. this build is very simple, just a 1x3, a 1x1, and a jumper on a 4 long base. But all you really have to do is just take this, if you don't have more than 2 tracks, put a clip on the back, and then stick it on there. But I personally have one with 2 tracks, so you're going to build this up. I'm not going to take it apart since the sticker will probably get ruined. And then yeah, so you just build that, put that plate on there, and then the stud up there is where you're going to connect to. Just like that. Now, to build the gate, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is take a clip and put a 1x1 stud underneath it. You can click that on just above your 1x3 tile. Then you can basically put on a bunch of 2x2 tiles, or 1x2 tiles, and then a stud at the end. Make sure you leave a stud on this, or a stud worth of gap on this side. This is a 1x12 plate too, just so you know. That'll cover like a normal 16 wide railroad crossing. Also make sure you put a transparent stud on the end. And then to build this little thing that just makes it look a lot better, all you need is a 1x1 plate with like this adapter, I guess you'd call it, or modified plate. Then take your 1x1 transparent studs, put them on the sides like that, and then you can put that on the back. It doesn't really matter wherever you want it. I personally like it right there, so about 5 studs in. That's where I like it. And then where that 1 stud worth of space is, and there's that stud back there, you can place that on there, and that acts as your gate. It is a bit stiff, so I suggest kind of putting 1 finger there and 1 finger in the back, so it just better, because otherwise if you do it enough it'll just fall off or bend or whatever. This isn't the best one for playability. I mean, it still works, but yeah. Then to build the signals, you're basically going to do the same thing that you did with the other ones, just by using a 1x3 plate, and then have the 2 dishes with the studs inside. You're going to put one of these clips on the back, just like you did with the other ones. Click that on there. Oops. Yep, just like that. And then another thing you can do if you want to make it more realistic, I find, is basically just build another one of those. Again, 1x3 plate, and then the dishes with the studs inside. Then you're going to want to take a 1x1 brick and a clip on the back, stick it on like that, and then you can put this on the back, like some railroad crossings have. And you're going to notice, yeah, it sticks out a lot, but that's just to allow the gate to be able to come up in behind it. You probably could get away with just using 2 plates instead of a brick, but I figured that I'd make it easier and do it that way. And then finally, the last step, all that's left is to make your bell on top if you want. This is an E-bell, because I can't figure out how to make the other type of bell. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Forgot to take it apart. So you're going to want a 1x1 tile, a 1x1 stud underneath that, and then just put another 1x1 stud underneath that. But you're going to need also a 1x1 stud with a hole in the middle, and you can just stick that in there. And then where the hole is, you can stick it on top of this bar. And there you go. That is your railroad crossing signal. Now you can put it onto the base of your choice. This one works better because it needs to overhang there, because if I were to do it like this, it'd need to be kind of propped up a little bit like that at an angle. Sorry about that, I ran out of space, but what I was saying, oops, is this base works a lot better, just so it can overhang there. And now, as you can see, I did mention this is a bit fragile. Normally that won't happen. But yeah, it works pretty good. So yeah, that is it for this video. So that is it for this video, guys. Pretty simple, but I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed and maybe learned a bit of something from this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video.